Hey y'all, welcome back to Real Talk from the Holler, episode 2. And we're going to pick up kind of where we left off yesterday. We're going to be talking about the Hurricane Helene aftermath and why I feel like we should all be pissed off and voicing our opinions. So let's get into this conversation. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that you were involved in a catastrophe, okay? Kind of like Hurricane Helene victims. Let's just say you were involved in that, okay? And let's just say, let's pretend for a minute, okay, that you possibly have lost everything, including your home, your vehicle, your place of employment. It washed away with everything else. Maybe you lost your family pet. You've lost everything. You get the gist of it. Okay? And you are just kind of sitting there twiddling your thumbs. You're distraught. Okay? You're traumatized. You're distraught. You're wondering what's going to happen next. What should your next move be? How are you going to provide for your family? Where are you and your family going to live? What are you going to do? And then you have some little snot nose step up and say, well, I'm going to throw y'all a bone here, and I'm just going to give you $750. And this little bonehead, number one, she does not have the authority to authorize anything like this, okay? Don't even know why she's speaking on this. We have an idiot in chief. Where's he at, and why is he not putting this information out there? Why is he not announcing this? But, I'm sure he is still on a beach somewhere having a big old time. He probably don't even know where he's at. But this one steps up, this little bonehead steps up and says, well, I'm going to give you $750. I know I don't have authority to do so, but Joe and I have talked, and this is what we've decided. Here you go. But there's a catch. Ain't there always a catch in here somewhere? I'm just saying. There's a catch. That $750 that we're going to maybe give to you if you qualify, and you've got to jump through all the hoops to see if you even qualify. You've got to have all this paperwork right there in front of you. The paperwork that floated down the river with your house and stuff. You've got to have that. We've got to have that information, and we're just going to hold on to your application until you get us that information. And if you don't get us that information, well, screw you. You're not getting a dime. We're not giving you anything. But if you do give us that information, if you do happen to have it on hand, and you qualify for all this, and you've jumped through all the hoops, tell you what, we're going to do this as a loan, okay? And you're going to have X amount of time in order to pay this loan back. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. You've got X amount of time to pay this loan back if you qualify and jump through all the hoops that we're putting out there in order to even get any of the money. And if you don't pay that money back in X amount of time, well, guess what? We're going to come in and we're going to take whatever you've got left, over $750. It doesn't matter. Sorry, did you say that your place of employment was gone too? That sounds like a you problem. My. That's awfully sad, but, we need that $750 back. Okay. And if you don't pay it, we're going to come in here and we're going to take whatever you've got left. You don't mess with the federal government on this. What's that? You'll only have the land left? We'll take it. We'll take it. Doesn't matter that it's worth, well, it may be worth quite a bit. It's definitely worth more than $750. Doesn't matter what it's worth. We'll take it. What's that you say? You've got kids that you need to feed and clothe, and you've got to find a place to live. Have you looked at the cost of living here lately? Have you looked at how much a rent payment per month is? How much they want down? And I can guarantee you, okay, there's going to be some people out there that's going to have the big hearts, and they're going to waive, a bunch of fees and things like that so that people will be able to afford to get into these homes, to find shelter once again, to have a place to call their home. And then there will be these assholes out there that are like, cha-ching, I'm going to make my money. And they're going to do, and Lord, they're going to charge these people out the wazoo. Okay, every fee possible, pet fees, because you know what, they've lost everything already. Okay, and if they didn't lose their pet, they're going, and I don't blame them. They're going to hold on to that pet. To me, my pets, my little dogs, are like my babies. Okay, I'm going to hold on to them for dear life. They're not going anywhere without me, and I'm not going anywhere without them. That's for sure. So some of these people out there are going to be like, well, you've got 3 or 4 little dogs. I'm going to have to charge you a non-refundable pet fee. And that's going to be, let's see here. How does $1,500 per pet sound? Yeah, I'm going to need that, and I'm going to need first and last month's rent, and the rent's going to be $2,100 a month, and I'm going to need a deposit, okay? So let's just say, $6,300 on top of, $4,500 because of your 3 pets I see there. So, you're looking at right at $11,000 just to move in. That does not turn on your electricity. That does not turn on your water if it's on city water. Okay? That's just to step foot in that house with your first box of stuff. And that box of stuff has been donated. Thank you, Lord, for the amazing people that are sending in donations right now to help the people of these affected areas. Thank you, Lord. Prayers are being answered. Now, I don't know about y'all, okay? But I can pretty much guarantee that most, if not all, of these people are not going to have $11,000 sitting there. Okay? That they can just shell out and put out. Is that going to be the scenario for everybody? No, it's not. It's not. Like I said to begin with, for the most part, there will be kind-hearted people that will help in any way possible. If they have a rental place, they're going to help as much as possible to put these people that have been affected by Hurricane Helene, that have lost their homes, they're going to help these people get in a home of their own. They are. There's some good-hearted people out here in this country. And then there's some assholes that all they see are dollar signs. Hey, our federal government, that's a few of them. They're going to give these people a $750 loan. You hear me? Loan. They're going to give these people a $750 loan, and if they don't pay it back within X amount of time, they're going to take whatever they've got left, okay? Or they will deduct it from their taxes, okay? Because they have access to that too. So all these people that, really need that tax refund in order to get back on their feet, the good old Washington elite is going to be standing there with their hands out. Nuh-uh. That belongs to us. Give it here. Are you seeing what I'm laying down here, people? Are you understanding how underhanded and how disgusting this is? You don't have to be from East Tennessee like I am, okay? You don't have to be from around this area like I am in order to be pissed off, in order to be disgusted and sickened. You don't have to be from here. All you've got to do is think, dear Lord in heaven, what if the next catastrophe hits us? It doesn't have to be a hurricane. It could be a tornado, okay? It could be a hurricane. It could be an ice storm. There's so many things. It could be a train derailment. Ask the people in Ohio about that. It could be a number of things that happens that puts you in the same position as what these folks in East Tennessee and in Western North Carolina are dealing with. Now, I don't have anybody in Western North Carolina. I do have people here in Eastern Tennessee that are dealing with this. I do have that. I have eyewitness reports as to what's really going on. It is much worse than we could ever have imagined. Believe me when I tell you that. It is much worse. And to have them come in and smack these people in the face, because that's what they figuratively did. A $750 loan. That's not per person, y'all. That's per household. $750. And that's if you qualify. If you qualify. The only qualification that any of these people need to have is the fact that they were hit by Hurricane Helene and have lost anything. I don't care. I do not care if it was 5 blades of grass that got removed from their yard as the floodwaters went through. I don't care. They're traumatized. Some are still trapped. Some have not seen anybody in almost 2 weeks. Do you understand that? There are still families out there that are trying to get through to their family members on these mountains to see if they made it, if they have been able to ride this out. And our government has the audacity to slap them in the face and offer a $750 loan. And there are people out there in this country, and I know of several because I see you on my Facebook. Okay, I see your post on my Facebook and on other social media. I see you. There are people out there that are applauding. If I hear those people should have been prepared, shut up. Shut up. How do you prepare? Oh. How do you prepare when you're sitting on the roof of your house and the whole thing breaks apart and just goes taking off down the river? How do you prepare for that? How do you prepare for 29 inches of rain and, the dam that's supposed to hold up and to help these issues, it breaks and releases the flood waters everywhere? How do you prepare for that? If you're not here and you're not seeing what's going on, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. There was no way these people could have prepared for what they were thrown. Okay? And then to have a $750 loan offered to them. If you agree with that, screw you. And I hope and pray to God that it doesn't hit you next. I hope and pray to God that you never have a life-altering, traumatizing episode happen to you where you're sitting there expecting the volunteers and the government workers and all that to come save you. Okay? And every day you sit there and wait and you just know today's a day. They're going to get me some water. They're going to get me some food here. They're going to show up and they're going to take me out of here. And every day, the sun goes down and you're still sitting there waiting. No. No. You need to hit the floor on your knees and you need to start praying for these people. You need to start praying that the ones that have not seen anybody in almost 2 weeks, you need to start praying that they are still alive, that they have made it through this, that somebody gets to them real soon. That's what you need to be doing. And you need to be thanking God that you weren't hit with this yourself. That's what you need to be doing. And that's all I got to say about that.